Hello and welcome to the official Facebook page and YouTube channel of Manoj Tiwari. It's a very special day, full of lovely memories. As you can see, the man on the picture, um, former Indian national team cricketer, and more importantly, one of the finest cricketers of the country, Manoj Tiwari, and the man who had the winning run the last time KKR defeated CSK back in 2012. 27th of May, it was the date, Manoj. That I'm sure that it is still fresh in your memories. So before going into the big final of 2021 edition, I'd like to request you to go through to that wonderful memory which you had back in 2012.
Yeah, before going to that memories, I just want to wish all the viewers who are watching us right now Shuva Vijayadashmi and happy Dasera to everyone. And it's an auspicious day for all the Bengali people and all the people who love our culture. Well, the memory of 2012 is something which is very special and very close to my heart. As you know, being a Calcutta boy, playing for a Calcutta franchise and winning it for them and giving a smile back to their faces after so many years of fighting for the championship. And I was able to contribute with my bat, scored a couple of boundaries in the last over, and clearly remember uh, how how Shah Rukh Khan celebrated the end part of the game. But before that, it was a very tough task. As you know, they posted a big total, and we needed someone to give us a good start. And fortunately, we got a very good start um, from Bisla and then Jack Callis. And Bisla, when things go right for someone, it goes right for someone. But before that, he was not supposed to play the final, but somehow and for a player got injured. Brett Lee, I believe, got injured. Then we had to bring in uh, uh, no some foreign player got injured, and then we had to bring in Bisla, and so the team combination got changed. And he was fantastic on that day. He scored fabulous 89 odd runs, and along with Jack Callis, he was a professional, consistent performer. The start which we needed, they provided us, and after that, uh, things rolled out for all of us. And but there were some hiccups in the middle, but that's part and parcel of the game. The challenges will be there. And as far as my batting was concerned, I was supposed to go higher at the order, but the run rate was going higher, and the reputation of Yusuf Pathan and Lakshmi Bai was of a big hitter, and they are the big hitters, so they were sent ahead of me. But somehow I was focused, and I knew that even if I had to face one ball or two balls, then I had to make a contribution, and I can be one batter who can win it for my Kolkata audience and Kolkata team, and more importantly for us, everyone who supports KKR and Shahrukh also, because what has gone through for KKR over a period of time reaching to that final. And by God's blessings, I was able to hit two boundaries along with Shakib, and exactly the way Shakib has played in the semi-final in this edition, a scoop shot over over a short fine leg to get the KKR into the finals. And I can remember exact the same shot he played against Hilfenhaus in Chennai, and we had a partnership, and after that, rest was history. So it was great memories, and it will be cherished by everyone.
Absolutely, and I mean, if you go back in the last season, Manojda, we can easily recollect the memories that live on Crickbuzz, you almost predicted all the things right, and even this time around as well, in the second edition, the second part of this edition rather, when Venkatesh Iyer had a wonderful first game of this edition, you tweeted I can remember, and all the fans who follow you, they must be knowing it as well. That you said that he can be a perfect replacement of Hardik Pandya in the T20 World Cup, and eventually that is what exactly happened. I mean, Venkatesh Iyer is knocking the door of the Indian national team because Hardik Pandya is not at all in the thick of things, in terms of scoring runs, as well as, he's not bowling as well because of his injury. So I mean, what do you think about this particular final and KKR's chances?
Well, coming to the Venkatesh Iyengar's performance in this edition and my tweet regarding him after the first game, I tweeted because I saw him in domestic cricket a few years back now. Like he plays shorter format of the game for Madhya Pradesh in domestic cricket, and I did saw something in him, and he bowls as well, medium fast bowler. And as far as uh, 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 replacement, ideal replacement, I suggested that if BCCI can look after this particular player and can nurture him to become a good all-rounder and can in future be a part of Team India, and if something happens to Hardik, then he can come in automatically. But on the other side, you see Shardul is also there. He has contributed with the bat as well. Deepak Chahar also won a game for Team India in Sri Lanka. But those two players, mind you, they are the bowler all rounder, like bowler who can contribute with the bat. But in his case, he's a batter who can bowl fast bowling, and he's a fantastic fielder as well. So I did saw some spark, you can say, or some ability who can be looked after really well. And now the way things are shaping up as far as from BCCI is concerned, I think talents are being hunted. There are a lot of talent in our country, and if the talents is been spotted, then I think they are. Just a sec, my dog is going past me. Anyways, so the talents are being spotted, and they are looked after. Like you see, Umran Malik from Jammu and Kashmir, he bowls 145, 50 clicks, so he's been also asked to stay back. So he has taken his opportunity with both hands, and he's got a good temperament to play at the highest level. And once you do in IPL, and then things starts rolling out for you, because a lot of international players, quality players, plays in IPL. And once you score of them, once you perform against them, then eventually you don't have to uh, cross a bigger hurdle when you represent your country at international level. So he's a fantastic find, and one of the main reasons why KKR is in the finals. And about today's game, if you ask me, if the game was played in Sharjah, Shuman, I would have written and I would have said that KKR take the trophy back home again. But it's going to be played in Dubai, right? The final.
Yes.
So I will slightly give edge to CSK, 55 percentage to CSK and 45 to KKR, and I want to give reasons for it as well, because you see the way KKR struggled to get the game uh, go through easily. At one stage, you remember, you see, if you can recollect, game was all set. The KKR could have won the game, uh, 2 overs, 3 overs in hand, but they had to take the game that far because of not able to contribute with the bat, and take the game through to the in someone's shoulder, and they were struggling at that part. And also Ian Morgan is in not in good form. Shakib did well in the semi-final, but would have loved to see him take the home team. But it was good win, although. But on the other hand, you see they have a good foundation at the batting order. They have a good experienced players who are performing, and most importantly, they have a great leader as well in the form of MST.
Yeah, so I mean, a question which is coming in thick and fast. I mean, Wakil Al Assad asked the same question. I think he's from Bangladesh as well. One person named Prachurjo Kalita, he's also asking the same question. Should KKR play Russell tonight in place of Shakib? He was bowling in the net, and Shakib isn't a finisher like Russell, but at the same time, Shakib Al Hassan also played some very interesting. Or made some very interesting contributions in the last few matches since Andre Russell got injured. So, what do you think? I mean, what should be the ideal pick for KKR in this big game, the big final? Will it be Shakib
See, I
or
think
will it be
Suman,
Russell?
I think Shakib should play. I think Shakib should play because Andrew Russell is not 100% fit, and although he's a great finisher, he has a reputation for himself. He is one of the destructive all rounders which we have in world cricket right now, and he's been fabulous for KKR. But I think bringing him just for one game, and that too he's not fully fit, even though the physiotherapist or the management would say that he's fit and he's ready to go, it will be difficult for him because until unless you have a match time, some match time before coming into finals, I would have said then it's okay, let's go with Russell. But reputation obviously uh, is there with him, but he does not have any match time. On the other hand, don't forget KKR is in the finals because Shakib is also one of the reasons. And Shakib has been an integral part of KKR winning streak for so many years. It's not just about his batting, it's also about his bowling. You see the way he has bowled in the power play, the first over, although that pitch was slow. But I think it would be really unfair on Shakib. But keeping unfair and fairness aside, just want to see Shakib play just because he has more match time, game time than Andrew Russell right now.
Absolutely. But at the same time, as you can see on the screen as well, fans are writing like Morgan out, Russell in. You said in the first phase as well, like captaincy is one of the most important factors of T20 International. You wanted in the last season as well that Karthik should play as a batsman and Morgan should take the responsibility of the captaincy. And this time around, Morgan is doing a splendid job with the captain's armband. What do you think?
See, I see a lot of messages coming in Morgan out, Russell in, but who will lead the side? Because leading a side, being a captain, it's not everybody's cup of tea. You got to bond with it, and also over a period of time, you have to learn with your experiences, whatever you have done wrong in difficult situations, or made a bad decision, or made a bad selection, a lot of other things as well. And last year when I predicted that KKR might change the captaincy way before, because I saw something happening from a couple of seasons, and I observed things, and I said that there is a possibility that KKR might change Dinesh Karthik as a captain, and eventually they did. Why they did it? Because they also felt that captaincy is something which is an important role to play, and you can see in the case of Ian Morgan, he's not been able to deliver with the bat, but he's leading the side really well. He's making the right decisions. He's making the right calls. The combination which he wants, along with discussions with Brendan McCallum and others, are spot on. And captaincy is something which will take the team to the finals, to the knockouts on a consistent basis. And I think Ian Morgan has been an outstanding captain. He's a World Cup winner as well, and it does not happen just like that. Although it's a game of 11 players together, players make the captain, but at the same time you got to know the importance of right calls at the right time on under pressure situations, and especially when you're going into a final against Chennai Super Kings, you got to have a guy who can lead the side. And I think KKR will not go not will they will not uh, change any player. I think they will go with the winning combination which they had played in the last game.
Absolutely. Well, coming back into the spin bowling department of both the teams, as we all know, in the second phase of the IPL, and the spinners are making a serious difference. If I request you to make a comparison between the set of spinners both the teams have in this big final, whom would you consider to be in a better outfit compared to the spin bowling prowess?
See, performances of spinners depends mostly on the surfaces which we see they play. Like I said, obviously KKR has a better spinning attack right now compared to CSK. But having said that, you got to see where they have performed really well in which condition. And in Sharjah, you see the wickets were so slow that Sunil Narayan has been unplayable along with Varun Chakraborty and Shakib Al Hasan. If you change the pitch, come to Dubai, it's a better wicket than Sharjah. So obviously, you can expect little help for spinners, not as much as what we have seen in Sharjah. So if the help is little bit, then you can expect the batters to negotiate their skill set and be little comfortable. And I think right now KKR is much ahead as far as their spinning attack is concerned. But keeping in mind the Dubai wicket, if it does not give any assistance or little bit assistance, then I think they are ready to take up the challenge.
Well, you're talking about Sunil Narayan. We all know that he was a great friend of yours. You have great buddies. So, how do you see the comeback of Sunil Narayan? We all know in the previous season he didn't do well. Even in the first phase, he was not in the best of form. But in the second phase, Sunil Narayan has been absolutely brilliant for KKR, isn't it?
Absolutely. See, in Dubai, obviously, the second leg has helped really well for him because the skill set which he possesses, the carom balls, the off spinner, the mystery in him, the faster one, and the action. If you see the action, is pretty disguised. When he starts his run up, he has changed, he has remodeled his action. If you see, he does not show the ball while coming onto the popping crease till the last moment, which I've seen a change in him because he has to remodel his action. And after that, uh, the games which are played in Dubai has helped his cause because slower wickets, the ball does not come uh, 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 quicker to the batter, and it grips. And when it grips, and the ball, the trajectory of the of his deliveries are such at such a pace where a batter cannot step out and play big shots because the in same trajectory he bowls a carom ball which goes outside to a righter, and off spin comes big inside to the right hander and becomes impossible to play him. And that's why I think uh, a tournament being played in UAE has helped him a lot. And you see in India and previous years why Sunil was not able to do well because Eden Gardens, what the time when we used to play used to be slow track where he used to get a lot of purchase. But off late, Eden pitches are more for the seamer than for the spinners. So that's why you see a big difference in his performance. And once he starts bowling really well, picking up wickets, he also contributes with the bat because his bowling confidence comes to in his batting as well. So, and you see, he won a game for KKR along with Sakib in the semi-final. He hit couple of sixes, and that's what we want because being a Calcutta guy, we want to see and be he knows me, we know him, so it feels nice. We feel happy for him that he's at his peak right now.
Well, a lot of questions are coming in. We'll be taking this question. Shubhadeep Chaudhary, what would be the decision of winning the toss?
It's a difficult question right now because I'm not. The game is yet to start, and I have not seen the pitch to be honest. And you all know I've come into a different field right now as far as my profession is concerned, but have not catched up with any of the Dubai pitches, so I will not be able to answer. But but great batsmen and great captains have always said that win the toss, bat first in the finals, because the it put a lot of pressure to the opposition. Only if there is no due in the second half. If there is due, then obviously you have to bowl first and then chase it down.
Well, I can recall a year back, if I'm not too wrong, or some years back rather, Gautam Gambhir said something about Sanju Samson, and he said that he's the best young gun, to be honest, will be coming in terms of the talents, and he said any debate. You replied with the name of Shubman Gill, and he has appeared to be one of the finest talents, not just for this season, but the years to come in Indian cricket. How do you see the transformation as a cricketer, as a mature cricketer of Shubman Gill?
See, in my eyes, in my observation, I knew that it's about time that he will be one of the most talked player. And because whatever I've seen with my own eyes, we played against Punjab a couple of times, and I saw him batting from my own eyes from close quarters. So when someone plays a couple of shots which is impossible or not easy for other batters, then you can predict or and observe only if if that player is disciplined throughout. And I'm sure, and that's why I made that comment that he's the best Indian talent who is coming up, because the kind of shots he plays, it's something. It's not easy for the others, and you born with that. And a batter and any player who goes to play consistently well for a longer period of time has to have that temperament. And you see his temperament. He is someone who does not talk too much. He does not overreact when he takes a catch, or does not show off to the camera that he's pretty aggressive, want to show off. He's someone who has a very good temperament. He knows he's control of his own thoughts, I think, and he's someone who's playing outstandingly. And the one shot which I can recollect from the last game, six from Henrik Nokia. He played one pull shot in mid on region, long on. In fact, it went for six, and that shot, it's not possible for everyone to play, and because Henrik Nokia was bowling 145 clicks, and that shot is impossible for everyone to play. So that's why I made that comment, and right now it's been proving right that he's one of the most consistent upcoming Indian talent than the others.
Well, question from Roy, and the question is, আপনার কি মনে হয় কেকেআর এর মিডল অর্ডারের লোয়ার মিডল অর্ডারের জন্য কি অসুবিধা হতে পারে? মর্গান আর ডিকে কি রিপ্লেস করা প্রয়োজন? I mean, Morgan is, as you have already mentioned. What about DK?
See, I don't think right now there is a replacement for DK as far as wicket keeping is concerned, and I don't think that they will do that. You need to have a bold captain. Obviously, Ian Morgan is very bold, and Brendan is also a very bold. They can do that change. They can bring Sheldon Jackson, who is in KKR's team. He's a wicketkeeper batter, but I'm pretty sure that Jackson will be more effective as a batter right now compared to DK's batting performance. But not sure about his keeping right now. But they can do that. But that's the call, which is a very big call. But I don't think KKR will do that because DK has been a captain previously, and just for one game, a bigger stage, I don't think they're going to make that change. They will hope that DK comes good with the bat and keeps well as well. And as far as middle order concerned, yes, it's a big concern for KKR because Shakib and Morgan and Dinesh, they were not able to take the team through in the last game. Although they are so experienced, but they were not able to deliver. And I believe experience has no value until that experienced player is in the right frame of mind with the right skill set at that particular time. So I think that's why I gave 55% extra to CSK, looking at other points factors.
Well, Insia Safri, I mean, a message came and it's being written like me from Karachi, Pakistan, Dada. Are you sure KKR will win? I mean, KKR's fans are being all worldwide. Actually, I mean, one of the reasons, of course, you. I mean, we can. It's
No,
still
no, no.
fresh in our memories.
It's
I
not me.
mean,
It's not me, Suman. Let me clarify. It's because of Shah Rukh Khan, and Shah Rukh Khan is loved by every country. I feel wherever the movie industry reaches out. So I think she's a fan of SRK, and we being part of KKR in 2012. So if she can remember the question, I can see lots of love from India as well. But I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that KKR is going to win. Okay, I'm just saying that KKR has 45% of chances, and compared to CSK's 55%. And I've already mentioned the reasons for it.
absolutely, absolutely. Question from Shubroto Dashgupta, Shubroto Das Shubroto. मनोज सर से पूछिए अगर मॉर्गन केकेआर को ट्रॉफी जिता देते हैं तो क्या 2022 में मॉर्गन कैप्टन रहेगा?
एब्सोल्युटली रहेगा, और उसका फॉर्म भी बहुत अच्छा होगा, क्योंकि a captain is someone, like I said, and there are a lot of examples. You see why CSK Srinivasan wants to keep MS Dhoni in his team forever, because he has given them so many trophies. He has MS has taken his team 9 times, I guess, in the finals, and 3 times champion, also 1 time Champions Trophy winner. And it does not happen just because of few individuals coming together and performing, but it has to do with the great leadership as well. And I think if Morgan was given the opportunity to lead, and see now KKR is playing the finals after 9 years, right? And uh, and 9 years or 7 years, right? 7 years.
It's
And
2014 the last time they played the final.
so
Yeah.
7 years. So if he performs, he was given the responsibility. If he wins, then obviously there is no question that KKR will remove him.
Absolutely. Yashraj Singh has a question. Any rough idea about the total at the first innings? What would be safe?
See, I normally don't comment until unless I see the pitch and first over itself, because until unless I see the how the ball is coming onto the bat, and it's difficult for me to give you the total figure right now. But uh, uh, so let's see whoever bats. See, I can say it's a game of 120 balls. If a wicket is good, and then you can expect 120 minimum run a ball, and then you can add few fours, few sixes, then you calculate and put a score up there, so you can guess in that way.
Manoj, a normal question would be coming into the mind, of course. Like all the teams are talking about the spinners of KKR, they have been bowling splendidly well. But what do you think about the pace battery of KKR? Shiva Mavi and Lockie Ferguson, they have been a revelation.
Absolutely, and they are the assets of KKR. Like last year also, when I was doing FB live, and I was in Crick Buzz as well, I did mention that there was no need for KKR to pick so many fast bowlers, and they bought Pat Cummins. Obviously, he's a world class fast bowler who can bat as well. But spending 15 crores for him, now you see there is no Pat Cummins, but still KKR has reached the finals. They had Prashid Krishna, they had Warrior, Anand Warrior, or Sandeep Warrior,
Sandeep Warrior.
uh, and they had brought so many fast bowlers, which was not required at that point of time. And now see, they are not in the playing 11, but still KKR is reaching the finals. They have gone back. I was emphasizing on Ferguson should play all the games, and now see Ferguson, your Shivam and Nagarkoti. These are the assets of your team. You got to utilize them. Now the change of captaincy has shown to the world or to everyone who understands sport that utilization of a player is something which makes a player and makes a captain a great captain. And I think they are doing a fantastic job. And as far as their bowling is concerned, they are fabulous, and they have bowling in the right areas. They are reading the batters really well, and most importantly, the condition which they are bowling in, they understand what the pitch wants and what sort of a delivery they should bowl more often.
Absolutely. A question from Shadnik Roy Chaudhary. What do you think who's gonna deliver for KKR? I mean, he wants to know the game changers for KKR in the big fund. Possible
Shubha
game
Vijaya to
changers.
you, Shagnik. Yeah, Shubha Vijaya to you, Shagnik, and to your family. Well, difficult again for me to answer right now, but the game changer has to be Ian Morgan's leadership. Ian Morgan's leadership, although he's not performing, but I can expect Shubman Gill to give a good start, score a 50, Venkatesh Iyer to score a 50, give a great start. But for KKR, it has to be Ian Morgan's captaincy because he cannot make a wrong call today, starting from the team selection and making a decision on whether to bat first or bat second, and sending batters accordingly, which he has done really well along with Brendan McCallum. If you see, they always kept a left hand, right hand batters padded up in the dugout because they have been instructed, which I have observed from outside, that if Iyer gets out, then Nitish Rana goes in, or if Shubman gets out, then a right hander goes in. So this is really helping them out, and I think Ian Morgan's captaincy is something which is going to be the game changer. And on the other side, we have seen MS Dhoni's captaincy. We expect that he will take the right calls. He will take the right calls, and I think uh, uh, this guy, if he plays, what's his name, for Australian fast bowler, um, forgetting his name. Who's the fast bowler? Hazelwood.
Of
Hazelwood,
sorry,
yeah, Hazelwood.
Josh Hazelwood.
Hazelwood.
Hmm.
Josh Hazelwood has not performed well against KKR in last game or so, but today he's going to hold the key. Today he's going to hold the key because he's someone who's going to be a threat for Shubman and Venkatesh Iyer up front because he bowls in the right lengths, and the game is going to be played in Dubai. Dubai pitch has got a little bit of rest. I think a little bit of hardness will be there, so his ball will get a good carry to the wicket keepers, and that's the one of the areas which I feel, although I have not been following too much of cricket, but I think he can be a game changer for CSK.
Question from Kamrul Hassan, and of course, I mean, this is a question for many of the fans of Manoj Tiwari across the globe. Next year, which team do you want to play in the IPL?
Let's see. Nobody can predict future, but I normally taking every day by single day. I am taking day as it comes. Basically, let's see what happens next. I'm focused on playing Ranji Trophy, and let's see if I can win a Bengal a Ranji Trophy. Then nothing like it.
সুদীপ্ত সিমতাই দাদা বাংলাতে কিছু একটা বলো. He wants to know, here
কি বলবো
Bangla from.
তোমাদের সুদীপ্ত, তোমাকে তোমার পরিবারের সব সদস্যকে শুভ বিজয়া। তোমরা ভালো থাকো, মা দুর্গার কাছে প্রার্থনা করব কি যেন তোমার আমাদের সবার উপরে মা যেন আশীর্বাদ করুক, আমরা একটা ভালো মানুষ হয়ে উঠতে পারি, এটাই মায়ের কাছে প্রার্থনা।
Well, question from Shuranjan. With Shakib bowling well on this slow track, coming handy for KKR. If Russell is fit, will Russell replace Shakib? And this is a question which you have already answered, but he has another question which I'd like to take, Shuranjan. And the question is like, should KKR go for a strong wicketkeeper batsman next time around from the auction.
Yeah, next time, absolutely, absolutely. Because you see, I think the kind of performance which any franchise would want from his players, especially the experienced players, and if it's not up to their mark, then obviously they have to go with change. And if you see KKR's wicketkeeper is not performing consistently, we all know what he's capable of and what he's delivering right now. So they have to make a big change because by reputation you cannot make everyone or anyone play a lot of games because franchise cricket obviously they are answerable, the coaches, the management, and it's a simple formula: perform and stay. Don't perform, you have to go. So eventually that call they will take next year. Let's see.
Insia Safri is writing, Dada, I'm a big fan of you, Manoj Dada. My mom and dad is from Bangla. I'm proud of my Bengal. Miss my Bangla. So, of course, I mean, thanks for sending this message. We'll be going for the last three questions. One of them, of course, would be from my end. What do you want to say about Nitish Rana? We all know that T20 cricket is all about hard hitting and all, but Nitish Rana is playing a very, very important role for KKR as you played in 2012 as well. It's not all about say, hitting sixes every ball, hitting fours every ball, but playing the role of a sheet anchor is also very important. What do you think, Manoj?
I think he's batting really well. He's been asked to perform a particular role, which I can see when the spinners are on. I think he has been sent to go and capitalize the spinners, and he plays spinners really well. He can hit big sixes, and when he starts really well, he also takes to the fast bowlers as well. And I think he's been one of the mainstays, you can say, in the middle order for KKR, and he's been performing consistently with scores of 20 and 30 and 50 with a good strike rate. But I would personally, I would love to see him take his team through through the game and win the game for him by himself rather than giving it for someone. Because once you get a good start, then obviously you want to take the team home. But in IPL cricket with the shorter format, it's very difficult to take the team through because there is a question of strike rate and run rate and other things. So no matter how the good start you get, players tend to go for shots and try to finish the game earlier. In that process, batsmen do get out. But I think he's performing really well, and credit go to him. He has worked really hard on his game, and God bless him. And we all hope that he comes really good today as well.
Shagnik Roy Chaudhary has a very interesting question. What's your plan for Doshami evening apart from cheering for KKR?
Nothing. I'm going to watch the game, and myself, wife, son, we went out yesterday night, did some pandal hopping, and enjoyed our biggest festival, and took blessings from Ma Durga. And today we want to watch the game and wanted to come face to face with you all because it's been a long since I've come Facebook in Facebook Live, and it's always nice to get questions from you all and see happy faces like you, which you have right now, Sagnik, in your DP. It makes me happy as well.
Last question, of course, it would be from my end. Manojda, I mean, you have been a busy minister, uh, a person who has been trying to do all you could do actually for the serve of mankind, and more importantly, I mean, people over there in Shibpur are very, very, very happy for you. You hardly get time these days to watch even television to watch your favorite sport, cricket. Uh, Now on a Bija Dashami night, you'd be watching KKR play. Is it a kind of a relief as well, a kind of a breathing space for you, your own zone? That this is cricket, my zone. I'd be enjoying my night after a long, long while, which I hardly get this time around.
Absolutely. See, obviously, heart beats for KKR, and that's because we are from here, and we live here. We born raised here, and I've been part of KKR for 4 years. Got love from my Kolkata lovers, cricket lovers, and whatever I am uh, because of my achievements in cricket, and Alain performed and got love from Bengal cricket audience, and that's why obviously the loyalty is with KKR always. But although we don't see any Bengal player in KKR, that's a different issue altogether. But whenever KKR is playing, we want KKR to win all the time. And today also, I would love to see and want wish KKR wins. But it's a game of cricket. It's a sport, and it's going to played on the field. And whoever executes their plans really well, make right calls, make right decisions, they eventually end up winning the tournament. And that's why I made that percentage difference. And let's hope so. Fingers are crossed, and it can't get better than this winning a trophy on the Sera, and during the auspicious day, Ian Morgan lifting the cup, and the celebrations will be doubled here. Anyway, people are celebrating our biggest festival, but along with that, if KKR wins the trophy, then it can't get bigger than that. And also, President, BCCI president, will be there in Dubai. He's also a Bengali, so everything, there's something about Bengali as well. So
Of
and
course,
and
and
our
and
uh,
yeah. Yeah, and uh, back in 2012, 27th of May, one champion cricketer from Bengal hit the winning run to lift KKR the first ever title. It's to see whether the history repeats this time around as well against CSK. Once Shakib Al Hasan from other part of Bengal can do the same or not. It's a matter of a lot of nerves. It's a matter of a lot of application as well, and who knows it better than Manoj Tiwari. It was a wonderful show, Manoj, after a long while. I'm sure the questions are still pouring in. I'm so sorry to all of you who have been asking their questions, but it has been a lovely show. I'm sure, I mean, they have thoroughly enjoyed it. This is the way the cricket fans love to see you every now and then, that you are talking about cricket, and I'm sure they'd be absolutely delighted to listen to your assessment, listen to your preview for the big game which would be happening tonight between KKR and CSK. One last message before we turning it off to all the fans who have sent their question. Almost thousands of questions have come in, if I'm not too wrong. So, Manoj, sir.
the just want to ask them, like they've been asking questions. If they want, then I can make some time for the pre-show as well. Like today, the game still has 3 hours to go, right? 3 hours. So once the telecast starts, then I don't mind coming and giving my opinion after seeing the toss and the pitch condition and all. But only if they want me to come online and interact with
Of
them.
course, they want.
Let's see. We'll see if the question, if they say yes to the question box, then obviously we'll announce it. Or if they are happy to listen to the other experts, then and it's also good. So it's up to them. I want everyone to enjoy and wish everyone's good health, and may God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manoj da. Shubho Bijoya to you as well. Though, I mean, Patri Pratima এখনো বিসর্জন হয়নি, so we in Bengal we
Yeah,
are yet to call it Shubho Bijoya. So
yeah,
happy Dasara, everyone who turned up today to
happy.
watch this fantastic show from Manoj Tiwari, the man who helped KKR to win the first ever IPL title back in 2012. Big game tonight. Will witness another cracking contest between two magnificent leaders as well. So till then, goodbye. Enjoy the day, and Manoj Tiwari, you have a good one as well.